Hello and welcome to today's lesson, which is all about this famous old sea shanty, What Shall We Do with the Drunken Sailor? Some people just call it Drunken Sailor, of course. And it's in the key of D Dorian, and that sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? I must admit, I always thought this was in the key of D minor, but actually it's based on a mode called the Dorian mode. And don't worry if that confuses you, because basically all you need to know is that it uses all the notes from D up to D, but no black notes. So it's the same notes as in a C major scale, but instead of going from C up to C, you go from D up to D. I'm going to show you that on my iPad so you understand it. So basically here are the notes from C up to C using all the white notes. Okay? And you'd recognise that as a scale of C major. Now if I go from D up to D using all the white notes, that is D Dorian. Okay, so same notes as C major, but instead of going from C to C, you go from D to D. And so this is the tune. I'll play it on the iPad so you can sort of see where the notes fall. So I've moved it into the right octave, same octave as the Concertina. I'll just play the tune for you. Forgive the one finger playing, but you'll see that I only use white notes. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so that hopefully explains the notes that you're going to use in this tune. So you're not going to use any black notes, so all of the notes are on our nice friendly two middle rows. These two rows here and these two rows there. Over on the right hand side it says, what should we do with the Drunken Sailor? In D minor, okay? And the notes used in ascending order. So I've always thought of this as being in D minor. It actually isn't, it's in D Dorian, but don't worry about that. All you have to think about are the 8 notes that you use, and they range from the D on the right hand side here to the D on the left hand side. So the notes in this tune, ranging from the lowest to the highest, are as follows: D on the right, E on the left, F on the right, G on the left, A on the right, B on the left, C on the right, and D on the left. If I play those notes fairly quickly now, that is the scale of D Dorian, okay? D to D using all the white notes. Right, that's all the sort of boring theory done. Let's get into the actual playing now. So the tune starts on the right hand side of the Concertina, the whole load of notes all on that side, and it starts with a lot of A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 A's. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 A's. Now, when you get a bit more expert, I suppose you should try and play that note with different fingers in sequence. But for the moment, I suggest you just use your first finger. All those notes are underneath that column number 1, so I think it's fine to play it with the first finger. And so you're going to go 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. If you look at the counting on the left hand side, we're at 4 beats the bar. So 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. And then you run up D, F, A. In fact, D, F, A, those are the notes that make up a chord of D minor. If I play those 3 together, that's a D minor chord. So your first section then, all on the right hand side. Now we go to the left hand side, and we're going to do a very similar thing. The previous section was based on the chord of D minor. This is based on the chord of C major. And we've got G, 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 C, E, G. In the second section, you've got the same timing as the first section, but all on the left-hand side, and you have G, 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 C, E, G. If I play those three buttons together, the G, the E, and the C, that's a C major chord, okay? So I'm going to count you from the 4 and play the first 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we return to the right hand side and those 7 A's again. But then we run up B, C, D, okay, B on the left, C on the right, D on the left. And then we've got this run down, C, A, G, E, and it comes across in a kind of diagonal, doesn't it? C, A, G, E, C, A on the right hand side, and G, E on the left hand side. And then the main tune is on the right hand side, it goes D, D, okay, D held for 2 beats, and then played again, held for 2 beats, and you can put a nice low A bass to that. So that's the first page, that's the kind of verse, isn't it? Okay, so on the second page, which is the kind of chorus, I suppose, it's a similar setup to the first page, but you are going to be playing less notes. So the timing is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Same here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then same here. And the ending is the same. So the second page, played through, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that essentially is it. Obviously, if you're singing the tune, there are variations to the words. Obviously, the timing I've got on the first page goes perfectly with what shall we do with the drunken sailor? But obviously if you're singing different words like put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him, you'd need more A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You need 9 A's there rather than 7. But obviously at the moment we're just worrying about playing the basic verse and the basic chorus. So there we are. That is What Shall We Do with the Drunken Sailor? In D Dorian, okay, if you want to be absolutely correct. I always think of it as a D minor, but of course if you know anything about key signatures, D minor is the same as its relative major, F major, which has a B flat in it. Of course there's no B flat in it, so it's quite correct to say this is in D Dorian. Basically you're using the same notes as you do in C major, but you're thinking of it from D up to D, and because you go from D up to D, you've got that minor third jump up, that D to F. I'll show you that. That essentially is what makes it feel like a minor key, because Dorian is a minor mode. It's horribly complicated. If you're a beginner, I'm probably frying your brain here. Please don't worry about it. Just learn where the 8 notes are for the tune. Play the tune, that's all you have to worry about. I'll also play the tune now on my other concertina, my Jackie. I've taught you the tune on my La Chanel today, but I'll use the other one now. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we are, that's another tune you can learn, What Should We Do with the Drunken Sailor, and I really hope you enjoyed that one.